Hi guys, welcome to my tutorial for the Crochet Mandala. I'm using Lion Brand Ferris wheel yarn. This color is Sprinkles, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook. So let's get started. To begin, you're going to start with a slip knot. And we're going to chain 6. And we're going to slip stitch right into that first chain to make a circle. Then we're going to chain 1. And we're going to yarn over 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and go right back into that circle. And then you're just going to yarn over and pull through all of these loops. Then we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, through the circle, pull up a loop, and pull through all the loops. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to keep doing that. We're going to have 12 total. 1, 2, 3. This is my version of the bullion stitch. With this yarn, I think 3 yarn overs works well. You kind of have to like pull it with your finger to get it through, but that's okay. It works really nice, and I think it makes a nice stitch. So that right there is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 5. Chain 1, 6, 7, 8, and if you keep your loops loose, it's easier to pull it through. This is 9, 10, chain 1, 11, and one more. 1, 2, 3. And chain 1, and you're just going to slip stitch in the top of that first one. So there you go. You have your first round. So for your second round, we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to yarn over 3 times. Go right back into that stitch. And we're going to do 2 bullion stitches in the same stitch. Chain 1, 1, 2, 3, go into the next stitch. Two times with that bullion stitch. Chain 1, go into the next stitch, and repeat that all the way around. I'll meet you when I'm on my last stitch. Okay, so I went all the way around, and I'm on my last 2 stitches. We're going to yarn over 3 times. Go through. 2, 3. We're going to chain 1, And we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first bullion stitch, and you're going to have 24 stitches and 1 chain in between the 2 pairs, okay? So this is where we're at. And now we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip over those 2. This one's, the first one's kind of hard to see. Bullion stitches, and we're going to double crochet into the chain space. So I'm going to chain 2 and skip over and double crochet right into that chain space in between your 2 bullion stitches. We're going to continue that same around. Make sure you're going after your 2 stitches. Just double crochet right around. 1, 2, and double crochet here. Get some more yarn. Chain 2 and double crochet. Chain 2, double crochet. Chain 2. I'm just going to go all the way around. Okay. Around, around, around until chain 2, and we're going to slip stitch into the second chain of that first chain 4. And then it'll curl up a little bit on this round, but that's okay. You'll see on the next round it'll flatten out. Okay, so the next round we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we're going to treble and chain into the top of that double crochet. And we're going to chain 3 and treble into the next stitch. And we'll chain 3 and treble into the next stitch. And I'll meet you when I get to the end on this one. Okay, so on my last, I chained 2, and I'm going to slip stitch into the third chain. And now we're going to, we're going to slip stitch into that first space here. Then we're going to chain 3, and we're going to double crochet in that same space. And then we're going to do another double crochet in that same space. And one more in that same space. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to chain 1 and do 4 more double crochets in the next space. And one more. Chain 1, and we're just going to repeat that around 4 double crochets, chain 1 around, and I'll meet you on the end. Okay, so here we are in my last. We're going to do 4 double crochets here. That's 3, 4, chain 1, and slip stitch right in the top of the first. Chain 3. And this is what we have. You have to like flatten it out a little bit with the yarn. It gets funky, but look how cute so far.